This is
Up
for Grabs, a podcast where three unfiltered friends talk about anything and everything. And now, here are your hosts, Tracy, Kim, and Rachel.
Welcome to Up for Grabs. I'm Rachel. I'm here with my friends Kim.
Hello.
Hi, and Tracy.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
No, you're not.
No, you just said, okay, are you guys ready? I'm going to start. And Kim coughed right as
Well, I was like, I better clear my throat really quick.
Rachel gave Kim a dirty look for everyone
I'm
who's
like,
not
I
here.
asked if you were ready.
And we nodded, and
got
then
nervous.
Kim coughed.
We don't have a cough button here.
No, we
Most
don't.
professionals do, but we are working without a net.
Yeah, that's if I cough, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We are so risque.
Welcome. Today on Up for Grabs, we're going to catch each other up on what's been going on this summer. We've seen each other a few times. It's not that we don't see each other, but we don't talk every day. We don't see each other.
We don't talk every week, I don't think.
Yeah, you're right. We don't. I don't even know who you are.
Well,
or
I'm
what you're
being
doing.
serious.
No, but no, we don't.
Do we? Do you guys talk every
No.
day and I don't know it?
No.
I'm not in on it.
We have our little text loop, and that's our
No,
communication.
we would never talk about you when you weren't
I feel
around.
like I just discovered something.
No.
But no, I thought it would be good for us to catch each other up, and obviously the listeners are probably dying to know what we've been up to this summer.
All of the shenanigans.
I mean, all of the fun, and maybe what we're looking forward to from August on to the end of the year. So Kim, if you want to start off with summer talk, why don't you tell us some highlights from your summer?
Okay. Trying to think early on here. Been to a couple Reds games.
Nice.
Oh, I love the Reds.
And I feel like that's been forever ago. I think we maybe did like late May and early June.
Who'd they play?
I don't know.
Oh,
Did they win? I don't know.
I don't know.
They did win, and one of the teams that they played, I had not seen them play before, and now I'm drawing a blank because it was because usually we're just like, it's always the Brewers or, we see the same series.
Oh, so maybe you saw somebody that only comes in town like once, like an American League team.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you know? That's so weird.
I know it because I watch baseball and we watch the Reds here at the house.
Yeah, we do pretty avidly watch the Reds as well.
Did you not grow up watching baseball?
No.
You?
Yes. No, I didn't, but Joe did. Very much.
Okay, we grew up watching.
No.
No, we were not a baseball family.
A little
but
bit of NFL
I've become one with Joe.
With the Bears, but other than that, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fighting,
when we were
professional.
growing up, I don't think a ton of Reds games were necessarily on television. It would have been like local TV, but when we got cable, we were WGN, Cubs, and TBS, Braves. We watched one of those teams.
No.
or
That's how
both
Joe
every
grew
day.
up, definitely.
Yeah, we were watching. So you enjoyed some Reds games. Is there a favorite player you have on the Reds?
Well, my favorite player was Joey Votto. I mean, obviously,
Right.
and so he doesn't play for them any longer. You know what? I kind of follow what Mary likes. Hunter Green.
Hunter
I think
Green?
He's
Yeah,
one of the
he's a
pitchers,
pitcher, yeah.
and I like him really well. Another one of the pitchers too, the redhead one with the mustache. I like him really well too.
Oh, Abbott?
Yes. And I got teased because he's a peculiar looking guy, but he made the All-Star team this year.
He did.
And he cleans up really nice. And I made the mistake of saying that to Joe and Mary.
Oh, my
and
God.
they think that I have a crush on him. So, and he's typical baseball player look. He might have to be sporting a little bit of a mullet. He's a good old boy.
up.
But he is it Andrew? I don't know what his first name is.
Yeah, I think it is Andrew Abbott.
But anyways, he cleaned up really well on the red carpet, and I love L.A. De La Cruz. Yeah, I know more about the Reds than I
am just sitting here in awe of you naming these people that I have no clue. Like, do you like them because they're cute or because of the way they play? Like, I need to know.
I honestly just kind of not bullied into watching them, but Joe has been an avid, we don't have a professional team here.
She's being held hostage.
Cincinnati Reds, and Mary is the same exact way. And I'm like, well, I feel like I'm missing out. I don't particularly like baseball. I think it's really boring. But when you know the players and you kind of know how they're doing in the standings.
Right.
And the other people in your family are
Yes.
talking
No,
about
I'm
it.
impressed. And the
That's all I'm
ballpark,
saying.
I'm very big on ballparks. I think that they're
fun.
fun to go to and to see. So not that I've been to a ton, but
Okay.
Kim's attitude toward the Reds is very much Rob's attitude toward Bachelor in Paradise. Two of us in the house are watching.
so why not?
He doesn't care about Bachelor in Paradise, but if the other two people in the house are watching and he happens to be sitting there, suddenly he could become invested in what Jeremy did and talk about
And
it.
he's
So-
nosy and doesn't want to be left out of the conversation.
correct.
So the
Okay,
Reds
I got you.
played the Dodgers the last couple of nights. I think they're playing them one more time, and that's a big deal. I mean, the Dodgers are really good. They have the what's his name?
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, they have him, and they have and the Reds. Fun fact: they now that it could be ruined by the Dodgers, but they are the only team right now that hasn't been swept in a series.
And that's a big
And
deal.
that's a fun fact.
And that's a fun fact.
Okay.
But, so keep fingers
That's true.
crossed that they can beat the Dodgers one of these games. One more game. They have one more game, right?
It's today. Yeah, they better.
So I'm
better
just dropping
perform.
knowledge here right now.
Okay.
I know
I'm
an avid listener Michael wants. Big Reds fan.
Huge Reds fan.
Huge Reds fan. So
Well, while we're on the
he'll
subject,
appreciate
Kim,
the discussion.
this was on my radar, but I know it was on yours for the summer, and since you're reporting live from the sports desk, talk to us about the Pacers playoff push and the finals. I know that was
too soon?
No, it's still not too soon. That happened a long time ago. It was a month ago, month and a half. Yeah, it's been a while. You can talk about it now, can't you?
I think so.
Are you
Okay.
verklempt?
I might get a little. I think my chin might have quivered a little bit. Yeah. Okay. This is like, okay. So I can't believe it's been that long, and I can't believe how long the playoff series run in the NBA.
Yeah,
so
it goes forever.
We've always been Pacers fans in the family, but within the last 3 or 4 years, my daughter, my youngest Mary, has become a die-hard NBA fan. And I think more for just a hobby, something to do. Well, she's drug us all in, except for my son. Like, I will have to say, Jack's
not in.
still, he is holding strong. She has drug us all in. I have to say that my anxiety and excitement during this Pacers season was probably the most it's ever been over any sporting event that I've ever watched in my life.
Oh my gosh, you weren't okay because it
was not okay.
It went on for an entire month, like
And
from
it
May
was-
to June.
It almost was to the point during the playoff run that I dreaded game nights because I knew that I was going to be sick to my stomach like the whole day.
Was it to the point that? Because sometimes it would get this for me. I didn't even want to really watch. Like
No.
I'd be in the
I
room
would
and it would be
say-
on,
Right.
but I wouldn't necessarily be focused on it because
Yes, I would
was
do
afraid.
something else, or I would tell Mary, I'm not watching the first half. And then I'd be like, well, yes, I am, because I'm going to keep checking the score on my phone. And if they're ahead, I'm going to turn it on. So I have become, they're great. If you're going to like a team in the NBA, they're one of the ones to like.
So
And,
likable.
Yeah.
Who was it that you enjoyed most, or who are
Well,
2 or 3 of your faves?
2 or 3 of my faves. One, Tyrese Halliburton. I know that I'm not being original in any sense by saying he's one of my favorites.
But he is charming.
But he is charming.
And did you see?
I
Yes,
did.
got engaged. He got engaged to his longtime love. Beautiful ring.
I was
Oh,
just
they
happy his dad didn't photobomb the picture. I
no
got
doubt.
nervous about that.
No doubt. It was so cool. He did it. They went to college together.
Yeah.
She was cheerleader. He was basketball player. It was so cute.
Yeah.
And then stereotypical middle-aged woman. I like TJ McConnell, but there's lots of reasons to like TJ McConnell.
Yes.
So
He makes a difference. He's a difference maker.
Yeah. And the players, and I don't know what kind of where they write a little op-ed. Is that what it's called? Am I saying that right?
I think so. Where did they put
Like for a specific publication,
Something in the
they'll
paper, yeah.
write something just about their journey. He wrote something recently in the past week or so.
Who?
TJ.
Oh, I didn't know that.
My friend
Mary shared
TJ.
it with me,
Teej
and I'll
is what
have
we-
to share it with you just on his, looking back on the whole season and just some particular stories. It was so good, and it just shines a light into what the team's all about.
Right. No,
So-
they actually, when you watch, and it's anything, but we've in our house watched a ton of NBA as well, and there's nothing more obvious to me and nothing more delightful than to watch and cheer for a team that truly looks like they're having fun and that they actually like
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm getting paid all of this money and I'll go out and do whatever, but I'm not talking to you afterwards, and
Right.
we're not palling around. But like this team, they're all around the same age. They're quite a bit younger than most.
Yeah.
They and Oklahoma City were both like super young team.
Yeah.
But they actually looked like they liked each other.
Yeah. So it was a great, and I can look back on it now and think it was a great run, and the way that it ended was awful with Tyrese.
Now, are you
tearing
a
his
fan
Achilles.
that's going to boo when Miles Turner comes back when he's with Milwaukee?
I'm upset with Miles.
Are we a
so
little
I will
upset?
say Mary picks a player every season that she's going to kind of root for, and it may not necessarily be for the Pacers, just like a newbie.
Yeah.
And we were right there front and center when Miles came to Indianapolis. We actually went to the Kroger on Emerson. He did a meet and greet.
Did he really?
With his mom and dad. We got free tickets to the game. Mary's got a picture with him like day one. And I know that there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, and money talks, and agents do a lot of things, and you never know what's going on with the administration. But I'm very disappointed in the way that he left the team, and I think the team is disappointed in him.
I think you're right.
I don't follow, all the Instagrams and all the TikToks and all the socials, but I do know that the team has not shown any kind of love to him since he left because they're hurt. And they feel betrayed.
But it's a job.
And it is, and then
they
that's what
all
it
get
comes down
traded.
to.
I mean, that is-
it is a job. I just think it could have been done with a little more.
Well, I think especially in that
Class.
that particular thing, I think his was one of the things that Kevin Pritchard, who's the GM of the Pacers, found out that he signed with Milwaukee through Twitter or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, he should have been a call. Like,
Yeah.
that's somebody
Yes.
you personally call. Hey, you guy that signed
And
my
that
check.
was somebody just, doing something stupid as far as
Right.
Yeah.
putting
and
it
who
out
knows,
there.
like, what kind of pressure their agents put on them, what kind of promises Milwaukee makes. I cannot believe I'm talking like this. It's weird that
It's
I feel
not
like I
weird.
really know. Because, I mean, I think sometimes you think, oh, she doesn't know anything about,
You do.
but anyways, I will not boo for him because he's a young adult.
He is.
And
Yeah.
they're living their dream. And they're getting paid.
He's going to be okay. He's going to be
gonna
okay.
be just
Everyone's
fine.
going to be fine.
And they're
The
going to be
teams,
fine.
yeah.
And, I just wish that, as much as because you just love him and
Right.
you love the energy and you love what he brings to the team. And then you're just kind of like, oh, it makes it.
Can you tell us what happened at the end of the last game for you?
What happened?
What emotion?
I'm sure I'm not alone in this. I don't know if it's because I'm a mom and I'm older and that I look at Tyrese as like almost like, I mean, he's a baby. I mean, he's a young, what is he? I mean, he's very, very young. I'm watching that game and my heart's all in it and he's shooting threes and I am not lying when I say this. Maddie and I both looked at each other and
What
I
are you
said,
talking about when
the
he-
final game.
when he got hurt?
Yes, when he got hurt. I said to her, he's doing too much. I am so afraid something's going to happen. He is working. He is spazzing out.
He's pushing.
He's pushing. And I'm not lying. 1 minute later, that happened. And I burst into tears.
Oh.
I sobbed. And I didn't sob because I thought there's our chance. We lost, which I did know that. I mean,
Yeah.
I did thought the odds
Everybody
are
knew. Yeah.
definitely. I cried for him.
Yeah.
And I cried for like his whole season.
Yeah.
And what you dream of.
Yeah.
And that
And how hard it
and
is to
how-
get to that point.
and then that injury can be a career ender. It can be, it changes
Yeah.
the whole dynamic of
It
where
does.
the next few years will go. I did. And I mean,
Aw,
and
Kim's a
my
feeler.
husband looked at
Yeah.
me and was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I must have been hormonal. I don't know. But I was like, I couldn't pull myself together. And it wasn't about like the trophy. It was about, I hurt for him. So, and then, that I could not look at, I'm like, every time they showed his parents, every time they showed, I was like, oh, we got to stop.
Yeah,
You got to
don't.
stop. Oh,
I wasn't
got
there.
chicken
I
skin
only
talk.
know because your kids told on you. So
I know. I think they were troubled by it. I mean, I can't help it. I mean, it's
You know
okay to
what?
show your emotions. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that cried.
that's right.
No, absolutely not. Tracy, while we're on this at the sports desk, is there any sporting event or team or athletes that you'd like to discuss? Because
I guess I will put this out there.
Okay.
A little bit sporty. But during this past or 2 weekends ago, the WNBA,
yes.
What was it?
All-Star game.
All-Star game was here, and I replied to this random Instagram post from Glamour magazine and I told my kids to do the same. And I said, we're going to go to this thing. It's free. I don't know what it is. It had like no words, like it told you nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were standing in line talking to this really sweet lady down at the Circle Center Mall at the
Wait a minute,
Arts
what does
Garden.
this have to do with the Instagram post?
I'm getting there. Because it was an Instagram post about an event.
It was kind of like an invitation that you just didn't
so
know
you
what
did
you were
this
going to
days
see.
ahead of time.
Days ahead of time, we replied to this Instagram post,
Okay.
and it just said, give your email address and your first and last name. So we did.
Okay.
And then and it was like an event at the Arts Garden. I said, I just figured it would be like booths set up or something. I don't know. I just wanted us to do something that was free.
Sure.
And related to the event because I like when things are in town.
Yeah.
So we go and we're waiting, and Alex is like, I hope there's a drink because I'm thirsty, you know, whatever. And so then we're laughing, going, well, maybe there's food. Again, joking, you know. We get in. First thing we see are these deluxe coffee bars that they're making, like these bougie coffees for us, these fresh pressed juices. They have little crostini, whatever, with steak with chimichurri and like all the steak, shrimp, chicken. We are cracking up. We are like, what have we
doing here? What's going on? Are we getting punked?
There were not a lot of people there. So it was a small event. I think there were about maybe 40 to 60 chairs set up in the middle of it.
Right.
There were a couple little events where you could shoot a ball or do things, but it was very minor. Zach and I are standing there, and Bethany Frankel from Housewives of New York walks in.
I bet
What
Zach
are the odds?
almost
I
died.
mean, as far as Zach being
Zach cannot get over there fast enough to take a selfie with Bethany.
So these people were there because of Glamour magazine?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the editor of Glamour walks up on stage and is like, if everybody could take their seats, we're going to welcome out our guest speaker today, Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark walks out to the stage, and
what?
They talk about women's health. It was sponsored by Lilly.
Yeah, because she's doing a big thing with breast cancer with Lilly.
Yes, and
I've
breast
seen the
cancer.
billboards and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
where 99% of breast cancer is treatable if found early enough.
Yeah.
So Caitlin Clark is there, and then she leaves, and then this other newscaster lady, I forget, goes up there. Hannah Storm, I think is her name.
Oh, yeah, she's kind of
just
famous.
yeah, she's kind of a big deal. Yeah.
So she goes up and she interviews Juju Watkins from USC basketball, who's like the main player. Zach is losing his mind. Then they have other randos just walking around that are there for the event, like other women that play on the Fever. So the kids got to get their pictures with them. Leslie Howard from Saturday Night Live. She was there.
I thought her name was Leslie Jones. Are you talking about,
Am I wrong?
is she the really tall African-American lady?
Yeah.
I think it's Jones.
I think it's
Who's
Leslie
Howard?
Jones.
I mean, it could.
You're right. You're probably right.
Howard
you know
Jones.
how tired I am.
Howard Jones is a singer from the 80s.
What did he sing? Okay.
He was there at the Glamour.
That's why I get so I get sidetracked. And then it happened.
What happened?
Across the room,
Our
I
eyes locked.
spot Cedric the Entertainer, and I say, "Ced," and I run over there.
No, you didn't.
Like you were a
did not
long
yell.
lost friend.
You
I
did.
swear to God, ask my kids.
You had an out of body
I
experience.
said, ran my happy little ass across the room. Somebody else was in the middle of a picture, so he's like, hold on, cutie. And then, so then I take my picture with him, and I say, I do an impersonation of you, but I'm not going to do it right now. And he's like, let's hear it. And I'm like, no. And I should have. It was him imitating Fantasia from like 2002.
Like Fantasia, the American Idol Fantasia.
Yes.
Oh my god!
And he was like, it's just like him singing like her, where he's going
Yeah.
like, tito, tita. Oh my god! It was. Thank God I stopped myself, kind of. But
I'm
not-
shaking my head like, please don't tell me you did.
I was so close to doing it.
Aw.
And I couldn't believe it because I loved him. I watched his stand up
love
so many
him.
times.
That is so cool.
So
So my
Sid,
question, not that I didn't think you should be there, because
Yep.
God love it. If there's an event, you should be there.
Correct. I agree.
But I
Wholeheartedly.
don't understand why Glamour magazine was asking for people to come to their event.
Yeah.
Like, it sounded like it was.
I don't understand either because we were the only randos. Everyone.
Are you sure you were supposed to be there?
No. I mean, yes, our names were on the list. We got the
Okay.
emails.
Okay.
I wonder if they just like opened. They wanted a little bit of everything.
When I say
and-
that we were the only one dressed like normal people,
Yeah.
everyone else was dressed up.
that is.
They were like part of the American Cancer Society, or I don't.
Can I just say,
What?
this is a story that can only happen to
No.
Tracy.
And then like
Period.
seeing somebody that you've talked about Cedric many times.
Oh, yeah.
I mean that
You
what are
all
the
but
odds?
jumped into his arms.
I really almost did.
And when we had our podcast about the reality shows, and we were talking about Zach's love of the Housewives franchise, and then he sees Bethany Frankel. I mean,
like an OG.
Loud.
Yeah. So it was all so ridiculous the way it played out. And then right before we left, we got shirts that say Lily 99 and then our names on the back because they had them there.
Like a press thing.
Yeah. Team Lily.
Gosh,
Yeah, so
that's
they
awesome.
were like, come get your shirts. Like, okay. So yeah, that was
So
fun.
that's your sporting.
So
That's your
my
sporting
sports.
story.
That is fun.
Coming to you from the sports desk live. Here's Tracy reporting.
That is
Back
fun.
to you. I now that you said, I do remember you did send in our little group chat a picture of you and Cedric, and I nearly drove off the road. I know I shouldn't be looking at my phone in the car, but I was, and I was like, "What? That is Cedric the entertainer."
Yeah.
Almost had a heart attack.
I know, that's awesome.
I don't have any sports life updates, but I did want to share one thing, a find that I had over this past summer for, it is a gift I found that is the perfect gift for Father's Day. I gave it to Rob. For birthdays, I gave it to my sister, and then other people were jealous, and so I gave it to two other people. I'm handing these out like candy.
Okay, now I'm
basically.
jealous.
Yeah, we didn't get one.
I didn't get one.
Well,
Maybe
Merry Christmas.
I don't have one to give you on the spot, but maybe you won't like it as much as everyone else. But I found the gift that keeps on giving. If any bad news is ever delivered in your house, say something bad. Your dog got hit by a car?
Oh my gosh.
It's the Debbie Downer.
It's the sad
Yeah.
trombone.
I do like it.
So I gave this to Rob for Father's Day. And the funniest part about it was you never realize how many sad things people say until you have a sad trombone. And you're
Right.
like, but he kept missing the cue. So he'd be like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Hold on. Say that again. And then they'd say it. And then everybody would laugh.
I like it.
Well, where did you get that?
Well, none of our business.
TikTok shop.
Okay.
Just look sad trombone gift. You're going to find it. It has brought a lot of joy to our family.
Yes.
I gave one to my
Nothing
mom.
like mocking someone when they're telling you something sad.
I gave one to my mom. She keeps it right by her chair. So just in case I come in or Lillian comes in and says something like, oh, work was bad today, Mom is there.
That's okay,
on the
but
buzzer.
you led with, well, just say that your dog died. Well, that's really sad. You can't put a sad
You're not going to be my first call when one of my dogs gets hit by a car.
No, I didn't mean that. Like I couldn't think of anything.
Wah, Tracy.
I couldn't think of an on the fly appropriate.
But yeah, having a bad
sadness.
day at work, like
yeah.
Crimea River.
Like
okay.
my zipper broke on my pants.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay. So that was one thing. That was a highlight of my summer, finding that gift to give people. And I want to let everyone know it's a hit.
I mean, yeah, that's good.
I will be adding it to my TikTok shop, and they can purchase it there. And then
Please do.
I'll get a percentage.
What else, Kim? What else do you want to update the listeners and us about your summer?
I mean, I don't know. We went to San Diego.
Yes.
On vacation, and that was really fun. None of us had really ventured. We haven't done a lot of West Coast. I mean, we've gone to Las Vegas and Arizona. But
And you were just saying, tell the listeners, because you went, 2 weeks ago?
just 2 weeks ago, so we escaped the Indiana heat.
But what also did you escape from last night?
Oh, yes. So we went to San Diego. It was a great trip. We did a lot of fun things. Great weather. But I was telling Rachel, I would have died, maybe quite literally. Yes. So last night, for any of those, that there were tsunami warnings, and it was the entire coast of California because of the earthquake that happened in Russia.
Yes.
And we were sitting talking. Mary was like, what would you do if we were in San Diego right now? And I'm like, I would have lost my mind. I mean, I would have been because they don't, that's not taken lightly.
Shouldn't be. Yeah.
So the entire, and it ended up being fine. Nobody, I don't think there were any maybe high waves, but that's all,
Correct.
through Hawaii and through the coast of California. But yeah, that would have been super scary.
I wouldn't have been okay.
No, I would not have. And that's what Mary was like, well, what would we have done? Would we have just driven? Like, because we had a rental car, would we have just tried to get away, far away? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, that's the only thing we could have done. So thank goodness the timing of that was different. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Tracy, do you have another life update for us?
I do. I have several things.
I can only imagine. You can't outdo said, but keep going.
I cannot outdo said, maybe. I am working in a different office. It's the same job, but I am working kind of downtown. And that's different. And
you like the people you
work with? It
work
was a good choice that I made. Yes, I like the people that I work with. And I was used to working with mainly just myself and the doctor. So we have other people there. So that's fun. And so that's something new. Let me think. Oh, Samantha got hurt early on in the summer. I can't say too much for legal reasons, but
oh my God,
she hurt her leg. And now Zachary has spent his summer being Sam's nanny legs. So she's still going to work as a nanny, and he's doing a lot of chasing. So, but bless his heart, and they're making it work.
A dynamic duo.
Yes, a dynamic duo. That's what's new there. And my Gal graduates from PA school. Her graduation is in 2 days.
That's awesome.
My gosh.
And I'm super proud of her. And so that's exciting. The ceremony to see her, and she'll be all cute up there, and I can't even believe it.
When does she start her big girl job?
Well, I am not at liberty to discuss it.
No, I don't want you to discuss it, but I just didn't know
October 1st.
October.
Yeah.
So she has a little bit of time.
She has a little bit of time. Yep. And what else? Oh, I got my necklace that I've wanted for a long time, and blue opal. Like
great.
blue fire
Very
opal.
pretty.
And I didn't get it because it was too expensive, and Alex got it for me.
Well,
kind of like her graduation to me. So.
I love that. Why have you wanted that for a long time? Give me the story.
It's just pretty. I liked it, and I think it's different. I've only seen it at one place, and I think it looks like something I would wear every day, and I'll probably wear it every day.
yeah, it's very pretty.
Your everyday necklace.
Yes, it's my statement piece.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
I like it.
I like it.
I'm going to have to see it. Believe it or
in
not,
better
the studio doesn't have great lighting in here, so I'm going to have to see it in better lighting.
Some people call it fire opals or whatever, like the way they are shiny, kind of. Yeah. So,
Well, you deserve that. You went to PA school too.
I did, and Cedric. So, I don't just
Good
wanted
thing there
to say
wasn't a
him at the
medical
end.
emergency. You could have helped said right there.
Sid, and then I took off across the room, and they were like, "Mom, you legit ran." And I was like, well, good, because I didn't know I could. So you're welcome.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
One thing I wanted to update the listeners on, this isn't news to you guys because you were there. Please tell me you remember this, or it's going to be not so good. We did begin what I like to call something that we'll do monthly.
Oh, yeah.
Is our Up for Grabs family dinner.
Yes. We've had 3 of them.
What started as just, hey, we haven't seen
We've had 3.
our kids together. Why don't we all just come over? It's like one day before we recorded, was that 2 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We sat downstairs and had dinner, and our kids got to hang out together and hang out with us, and
They loved it.
They loved it. And it would harken back to it. It made me nostalgic.
I was going to say, I think we loved it more, secretly loved it more.
I don't know. They liked it a lot.
They did. But it was, our kids have known each other since they were kindergarten. Little. And the fact that literally we've gotten them all together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's a wonderful thing that we need to try to keep going. The one update that I have is that Sam and his beautiful girlfriend Grace did move to the north side, which puts a little bit of a damper. In the sense that I don't feel like I can just call last minute and say, hey, Up for Grabs family dinner. I really feel like if they're going to be that far away.
Yes.
Isn't it like 30 minutes?
There's no quick way. It might be a little bit longer than 30 minutes just because you can't necessarily get
in
there.
the time of day probably too.
Yeah. True.
And they have a dog now. So, they have a reason
life,
that they need to be home.
Yep.
not that we're not going to invite them to family dinner, although Sam might not know if I did or not. Grace would. Grace, you are always invited to family dinner. You can tell Sam if you want. But yeah, now that they moved to the Broad Ripley area, it adds an element of more planning.
Yeah.
Because before they could just like pop in.
True.
And now that isn't as much. But I'm looking forward to seeing their new place. It's on my list of things to do.
Yeah.
In August. Kim, you have anything else you want to update everybody about?
I don't.
Tracy?
Nope.
Okay. The only other thing I wanted to shout out for the summer, I have a summer show that I liked and a book that I liked.
Okay.
Okay. So the summer show, Rob and I just started watching, not quite done, Apple TV's The Studio with Seth Rogen. It was up for a bunch of Emmys or
Emmys,
something.
I think.
Okay.
And I'm not necessarily a huge Seth Rogen girl, but I'm not a guy.
But Seth Rogen's a guy, so.
He is. Really good show.
Okay.
Enjoy it. It reminds me of, it kind of has a Curb Your Enthusiasm sort of existential dread, like something horrible
Yes.
is going to happen and you just wonder how it's going to go down. But he's a studio executive, so that's why it's called The Studio.
Okay.
And then the one book that I read that I really, really liked over the summer was called Glorious Exploits. It's by somebody named Ferdia Lennon. I don't know if Ferdia is a boy or a girl, or if that's how you say it, but it's Ferdia. Just a weird plot that somehow makes a great book. Very unique.
I feel like you're trying to show us up that you read a book
it's just
and we didn't read
I read a
one.
book and you didn't. I read a lot of books and you didn't, but this one was particular. It stood out. Like I've read a lot of good books, but this one was like, it was good, but it was also like a premise that is so outlandish that you think there's no way this can be done in a good way.
Okay.
And it was. It's about people putting on plays, but they're prisoners of war.
Oh, wow. That sounds heavy.
It's not. It kind of was, but it was great.
Okay.
Tracy, anything else that you want to talk about? Things to look forward to going forward? Got anything coming up?
No.
You have nothing to look forward.
Oh, where's the?
No.
Where is it? Oh. It really hangs on in the end.
It
there.
really does.
Yeah.
Kim, do you have anything going forward that is on your calendar that you're looking forward to?
Well, I usually do fall break with my family, my sister's family, and my mom and dad. This year is going to be a little extra because none of my kids can go. And my husband's going with me an entire week. And if you know how Joe works,
yes,
that's a big thing. And my brother's going with my parents.
Which
and
brother?
Tim.
Tim.
So my brother that's the priest is going to go as well. And I am just really...
Where are you going?
To Florida. To the same area that we always do, kind of outside of Panama City.
Is this October?
And it's in October. Super excited for that. I'm more excited because Joe and I haven't... A whole week. When I said what date, because we're doing Allegiant, you can fly different days. And I go, I'm going this day to this day, because you have to book the whole week anyways. I'm like, what days are you going to go? And he was like, Friday to Friday. I was like, what? So I did a happy dance. So
that's fun.
Yeah. And then... I'm super excited for this in November. Paul McCartney is touring once again. Of course, he's not coming here. And my son, Jack, has become a really big Beatles fan in the last decade.
Yeah.
And he saw Ringo Starr in his all-star band this past fall. And yes, I said, if Paul comes, we're going. We are going. Me, you, and Dad are going. And so we are going to go see him in November in Columbus, Ohio. So cannot wait.
Sam and I saw him in D.C. a few years
I remember
ago.
you saying that. Yeah. And I really didn't think. I thought he's been doing Europe. And I thought, he's 82, 83. I mean, he's up there. And I'm like, well, I've seen him a couple times. But to see him with your kid, this is different. So, yeah.
Well, I know that Lil and I didn't realize he was back touring. Like when you said he's coming, I thought
he just announced
I thought maybe
the
he
dates.
just kept going, because I feel like she and I saw him in Knoxville probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, he was.
Remember.
I was going to say, so he took, he hasn't been in the States for over a year.
But it was fun like you said, like to take her.
Yes.
There were a lot. It was a very generational show. Like
Yes,
the people
yes.
behind me, I think it was a grandma and like her 6-year-old grandson. And
Yeah,
he
I mean,
knew
it is
more of the songs
generational.
than I did. I was like, okay.
So-
well, that'll be great.
Yeah, I'm looking really forward to that. So
The only thing I have coming up, I don't know if you guys know this, but you need to write it down. My birthday's coming up here in about 2 weeks.
Is it?
Yeah, it just, if it's not on your calendar, it should be. And I'm just looking forward. I don't make a big deal. I don't honestly care about my birthday. In fact, really, I don't want to make a big deal about but I do want to do I make Rob take me on a birthday trip, and we go to a Reds game. Mm-hmm. So on my birthday, we're going to a Reds game, and after the game, Snoop Dogg is in concert.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And then the next day, we wake up and we stay downtown, and then we wake up and we go to the Cincinnati Open tennis tournament for a day, and then we come home. But to push it further, because I can't celebrate my birthday enough this year for some reason, that Friday of my birthday week, you know who's coming to Ruoff? Okay, I'll tell you. Okay. I'm making my sister come into town. She lives in Illinois. I'm making her come into town because Styx and Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon and Don, is it Felder from the Eagles, are going to be at Ruoff. I don't like to go to Ruoff for any reason because
you
it's
really
awful.
have to want to be there.
But here's what pulled me in. Kevin Cronin, he can't say it's REO Speedwagon because I think he and the bass player got mad at each other, and the original bass player is not with him. But they're doing the entire album, start to finish, of High Infidelity. Do you remember the REO Speedwagon?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We had the 8-track tape. We played in 1980. We played the thing forever. I knew like the part of the song that it actually interrupted the song and clicked over to the next track. I don't think that's going to happen in the concert. But my sister and I, like, we listened to that all the time.
Oh.
So are Styx playing with them?
No, so like
I wondered how
I
they
think
were
Don
doing.
Felder starts and he plays a bunch of Eagles stuff.
Okay.
I'm not even sure how he's allowed to do that.
Yeah,
but
I
whatever.
mean, yeah, it must be ones that he co-wrote on. Did he?
or
co-write?
he,
Yeah, who
or
knows?
he's
That's
waiting for
weird.
Don Henley to come in and like
Yeah.
punch him in the face. And then Kevin Cronin comes on and they do all of High Infidelity and do some other
Okay.
REO Speedwagon, and then Styx comes out.
Okay.
Styx is doing from start to finish the Grand Illusion album, which I don't necessarily know all of it, but
You probably know more than you
I
think.
was going to
Yeah.
say, and I mean, that's our youth.
yeah.
I mean,
and then they do some other songs
as my dad
too.
calls REO Speedwagon, Rio.
Rio, we
like
love
that,
Rio.
Rio. I'm like, that's not how you say it, but that's all right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my birthday week. It's going to be
Wow.
it's a big one.
Yeah, so nothing going on.
No, I got
No,
nothing. I got nothing. The last thing I'll leave everyone with is we are also having, it is planned and up for grabs, Christmas outing. I did send you all we're going to Helium Comedy Club
Yes.
in December to see Phil Hanley. And if you haven't looked up Phil Hanley, did you know who he was?
No.
Did you?
No.
Okay.
I looked him up, though.
Me
So-
too.
He did write a book, and I feel like before we go, we should read his book.
Yeah.
But his whole shtick is, I mean, it's not a shtick. I mean, he really is. He was in special ed at school. Like, he was dyslexic. And, like, so he had learning disabilities. And so that's what his book is kind of about, like, how he was able to make something of himself, even though he was told in school that
That he couldn't.
right.
Yeah.
So, FYI, that's just something that we can look forward to as a
Okay.
group.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Sorry I didn't say it. I forgot. I'm just tired today.
You are. It's okay.
Okay.
Should we not tell the listeners that you were at Kroger doing shopping when we were supposed to be here?
Yeah, no, I
Recording.
think we should keep that to ourselves.
Okay, we definitely will not tell anybody that Tracy totally forgot to come today, but that's okay.
And then you
happens-
called
it
and didn't
happens to
tell
the
me
best
where
of
I
us.
was supposed to be. You just said, "Are you coming?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Where?"
Yeah, I had to just.
We do a wellness check.
I wasn't going to help her, but she figured it out. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on our life update. If you all have anything that you want to keep us informed on, please feel free to be in touch, and we will see you next time on Up for Grabs.